What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another showcase video for you guys. This is my long-awaited Supergirl custom minifigure showcase. I had other showcases and other videos planned, so this one kinda got pushed back. Plus, I couldn't find my Krypto and wanted to show him off, since he is a quitely expensive figure, coming in at around 20 or 30 bucks on the aftermarkets. And yeah, wanted to include everybody here. And bear warning with you guys, some of these figures are not real Lego, like this Supergirl, for example, that we'll get to when we show her off. But yeah, nonetheless, Supergirl showcase will start now. So the first figure I want to show you guys is Supergirl, who we see. I don't know if she's the first person we see in the movie, but had to show her first since it is her movie. For her coat, you can't really get a coat that has a Supergirl uniform underneath of it that she has for most of the movie. But what I used was this torso and legs from Harry Potter from one of the Weasley twins. Get you that nice undershirt and that nice trench coat. This head works really good for Kara, and that is from Captain Marvel. You got the smiley face on here and the more serious face on this side. And I use this hair, which is from my off-brand Supergirl we'll get to in a minute. But you could use I've seen a Lego Friends line of sets that has a really nice hairpiece. Don't have it in my collection, but that's what I would tell you guys to use if you do not have that figure. So yeah, that is Supergirl. Next up we have Krypto, and I wanted to show him on his own away from Supergirl so I had more room to move him around. And for Krypto, I just used the piece from the DC line of sets back when we actually got more characters than just Batman, but that's a whole nother thing. But you got Lobo in this set, you got a Superman, and you got Krypto, of course, which is a really nice mold. He's worth around like 30 bucks now, so pretty expensive. But I know what you guys are saying, that Krypto, this one is a little too big for the movie representation. That is why I have this husky piece, which is my only other like white dog I have in my collection. So you could put the cape around this dog and have that be your Krypto. Or I've seen the Friends line of sets has a little mini Krypto. I guess you could use that for when they show him as a puppy. But nonetheless, that is Krypto, and only one way to get him for your collection. Next up we have Ruthie, and to build her it's pretty simple actually. You use these black legs from multiple characters. I found them on Harry Potter. I use this torso from the Green Arrow from the LEGO Batman movie Justice League Party set, which you can use other dark green torsos. I just thought it looked the best. Put some dark green arms on there. The hands and the head from Miss Marvel from the Marvel's Hoopty set, and not a desirable set, but an overpriced set. But it does get you that nice smiling expression, and then you get a happy expression there, probably when she's about to kill Krem, which she doesn't obviously, but nonetheless. I gave her this sword from, I think, one of the Lord of the Rings characters. I think it's appeared elsewhere too. Just thought that looked good as her parents' sword. And I used this hair from Echo, which gets you that nice braid back there. And I would have built her family, but they're just basic people in basic outfits. If you want me to show you how to build the parents, I could do a separate video, but that's if you guys want that. But Nonetheless, that is Ruthie, and I liked the design and liked her character throughout the movie, so that's Ruthie. Next we have Krem of the Yellow Hills, which was the main antagonist of the Supergirl movie, and I used this head that's come on the Jurassic World guy from Dominion, which you get this nice little print there, in this beard, which matches Krem, and you get that sinister looking smile, probably when he shot Krypto with the dart gun. And for him, I used the torso and armor piece from Zod from Man of Steel, and I used these arms and legs from Black Widow to give him that like tactical armor look, and these brown hands to round the figure out, and that is Krem of the Yellow Hills. Pretty forgettable villain, but looks good as a Lego figure, I'll give him that. Next we have Kara's father, which is Zor-El, of course, and I use these legs from the same guy I used the head from for Krem, and yeah, they just give you some nice printing on the black legs there. And I use this torso, arms, and hands from Luke Skywalker to give him the white robe, and this head also comes from Jurassic World, I think one of the adventurer guys, and then this black hair to round it out, and that's come on many sets. And yeah, that is Zor-El. Next we have Lobo, and oh man, this is a good custom. I would say so myself. Loved his character in the movie, and you can't really get much better than the official Lego figure besides putting these legs on from either Falcon, Black Widow, or the Winter Soldier. They came in 3 different figures in the same set, but nonetheless, you get that nice pants printing there. And I know, guys, this figure is worth about $80 brand new, and you can see mine's been through some. I've had him since 2018 when the set came out, and a pretty desirable figure. I can show you the back printing. It says the main man, and you get the other like confused expression. I've seen people put like the Wonder Woman hair in black on him, which, I mean, I guess you could do that, but I just like to keep him how he is. And a pretty awesome figure, and really hope we see more of him in the future. Next, we finally get to Supergirl when she dons her suit in the final battle, and to build her, you would need the torso, arms, hands, and legs from this Supergirl custom figure I bought off of AliExpress. I know it doesn't look good at all. It's kind of terrible, actually, but I was not going to pay over $100 for a Supergirl figure just in time for this showcase. But nonetheless, I might get one for Man of Tomorrow for next summer, but time will tell if I do end up purchasing that set with Brainiac. But that's the closest I could get, and the figure I ordered off AliExpress was not the one I was expecting. It was more of the comic accurate suit. But if you guys have the Supergirl figure, please use the torso and legs from that, because this is hideous, I know. But it's what we have to work with, so that's what I did. I used this cape from Thor or Superman from the Superman Lex Luthor battle, mech battle, our only Superman set, sadly. And then this head I used earlier from Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, from the Captain Marvel line of sets. And then this hair that comes on the custom figure I used the torso and legs from. And we have one more character before we round this video out. Next we have Superman, who actually appears quite often in this movie, in the flashback scenes, and at the end I just wanted to include him when Kara goes back to Earth. And to build Superman, I used the torso, arms, hands, head, and hair from that Superman mech battle. Get the angry eyes on that side and the happy expression. Looks a lot like David Cornsweat's Superman until we get a figure of him. Thanks a lot, LEGO. But anyways, I use this cape from Thor, which I like the new style of capes better than the one I use on Supergirl. But the reason I didn't use it on Supergirl is because you cannot fit a long hair piece over the cape because it just won't fit on the figure. And so since Superman has short hair, I used it on him. Got these legs from a Spider-Man with blue on top, red on the bottom. Put a red hip piece there. You gotta be careful when you're taking the legs off because they might snap. But yeah, that is Superman. And just like that, we've made it through the showcase. And I will give you my final thoughts and we'll wrap this up. And then it's on to the next video. Well guys, that was my showcase on Supergirl. Really love the movie. I know it's not getting the reviews, and most people aren't a fan of it, but I enjoyed it. Thought it was a good story. Loved Lobo. Need to see more of him soon. And yeah, can't recommend it enough. If you haven't seen it already, go see it. And yeah, check out my other videos and make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.